Are you in control of yourself, or are there other parts in control of you? Internal family systems, or IFS, parts work, is a type of psychotherapy, evidence based, created by Dr. Richard Schwartz. It's a modality of therapy that helps us better understand the different parts of us, so to speak. We are comprised of many different parts. We have angry parts, irritated parts, critical parts, judgmental parts, jerky parts, saintly parts, motherly parts, fatherly parts. What kind of parts do you find are activated most in you? Do you judge different parts of you? Do you have an addictive part? What parts of you are the most activated or triggered? What people, what situations activate different parts of you? When we talk about, oh, that he just brings out a different side of me, it could be good or bad. She just brings out the worst part in me. We talk like this. A part of me really, really wants to go out tonight, but a part of me wants to stay home and just get in my pajamas and eat popcorn. We have all kinds of different parts of us. And internal family systems is a way to identify, explore, integrate the parts in a way where we can remain in control, in self, as they call it. So self is our centered part, where we can observe these parts. Have you ever gotten really angry and you said things and you reacted, and then after you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. Another part of me just took over. Anger just absolutely took over. It's as if anger got the keys to your car and took you on a ride. And now you have to clean up all the damage that anger did. Anger is a part of you. You're not angry. A part of you is angry. Just like I have a part in my hand, my body parts. This is a part of me. It's not all of me. This is a part of me. It's not all of me. Anger is a part of me. It's not all of me. But I must remain in control, in self and centered control of my parts, my internal family, so to speak. We have this internal family system of all kinds of parts of us, but a lot of times they're in control. We are out of control. Has anyone ever said, or you might have said to yourself, get a hold of yourself, control yourself? What are they talking about? The parts of you that are out of control. They are controlling you. They're taking you for a ride. Do you feel in control? Do you feel easily triggered or activated? Remember, it's just a part of you that's being activated. So it's a way to explore and identify the different parts of us and notice where they are activated in your physical body. If they had a place, a feeling, where does it hit you emotionally? For example, my anxious part. When I get really anxious, it hits me right in my gut. When I feel kind of that upset feeling in my stomach, I know I'm anxious. That's where my anxiety lives, in my gut. When you feel activated or triggered, I want you to identify the emotion with it or the feeling, name the part, and then see where it lives in your physical body. And then I want you to get curious, ask questions. Why is this part here? What triggered it? Who triggered it? And how can I remain in control? Validate that part. Have compassion, understanding for that part. Don't let other parts come in and judge that part. A really great example, which I'm sure everyone has experienced, is you get really, really mad and angry at somebody, and then you feel guilty for getting mad and angry. So we have the angry part and then the guilty part who don't like each other, right? Guilt, oh my gosh, you're upset. I feel so guilty now. And then this inner critic might come in and say, you're always so angry and you always feel guilty. What's wrong with you? We have all these different parts, the inner critic, the inner judge, anger, guilt, shame. Internal family systems is such a wonderful way to really explore the different parts of us, understand ourselves, our internal family, the internal parts of us, and be able to kind of heal them in a way. When you hear, when you're heard and you're validated, right? When you want other people to hear and validate you, that's the same like in our internal family and our internal family system. We want our parts that are triggered and activated, want us to hear them out and validate them. So instead of being hard on yourself, critical or judgmental of yourself for getting angry, right? That angry part, that critical part, these are just parts of you. They are not you. Just like this is not me, it's a part of me. So I want you to identify the different parts of you, the different sides of you that get activated and triggered. See where you feel them in your body and talk to them as if they were a real person or part. Really go into a meditative state if you want. Close your eyes. Feel the part in your body. So, for example, if I got anxious, I'll take a moment to close my eyes. Take a few conscious breaths and focus on that solar plexus in my gut where anxiety. And I'm going to talk to that part. Why are you popping up right now? What was it that activated and triggered you? And really listen. It might not come in the form of thoughts. It might come in feelings. But you will get the answers. It could be, this person was upset and it really just made me feel uncomfortable and anxious. Okay, I can understand that. And I talk to myself, I talk to those parts. And simply by going in, listening, validating these parts, it's a way to calm them down instead of letting them take over the house and, running amok. So if you've ever felt at war with yourself, you feel that disturbance in the force, like you're not in control, I want you to start paying attention to and trying to identify, have fun with it. These parts, what parts of you, name them, see them as parts. The movie, Pixar movie, or was it a Disney movie, Inside Out? That was a beautiful representation of parts work. Joy, anger, sadness. See them, identify them as actual parts that aren't you. It's a part of you. And it's a family system that is always trying to protect this whole system. We might not like some parts, but the goal of parts work is to integrate every part, fold them in, love them, have compassion, accept them. We can't get rid of them. They're there for a reason. So I hope that made sense. Internal family systems, it can seem real, but it's a wonderful, wonderful modality of therapy. It's one of my favorites. I work with my clients mostly with parts work and EMDR. But for Therapy Thursdays, I thought I'd just introduce and talk a little bit about internal family systems or parts work. And always remember that when you're angry, you are not angry. A part of you is angry. So be that observer. Look at the anger just as a part of you. Don't let the critical part come out. Don't let the judgmental or the guilty part come out. Ask them to step back and just focus on that anger or whatever it is. And just kind of ask yourself questions. You'll get the answers. I hope that was helpful. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.